From Tony Parker landing a sultry goddess like Eva Longoria, to Tristan Thompson bagging and fumbling a queen like Khloe Kardashian multiple times, this is the ultimate list of NBA players who dated way out of their league. Starting with Sasha Vujacic. Look, I'm not one to judge, but really? This Slovenian professional who was playing for the New York Knicks had some international competition. The shooting guard, who was originally selected by the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round of the 2004 NBA Draft, has played in both Italy and Turkey while rotating between periods in the United States. At a friend's barbecue in 2009, he encountered Grand Slam tennis player and Sports Illustrated model Maria Sharapova. Sparks flew instantly. Apparently, they even got engaged a year later. Talk about moving fast. Sadly, the news that it had been called off on bad terms came around 2 years later. Was it the long engagement period? The rush to get hitched? Or did Maria just realize she can do better? Oh, and let's not forget, in response to a question about Sharapova at a news conference, the guy pretended not to hear. Real mature. Speaking of engagements going south, remember when the Young and Iggy collab happened? That was another era. The personal life of former NBA star Nick Young has been the subject of many rumors. He was accused of cheating on his fiancée Iggy Azalea in March 2016. According to sources, Young was in a video that was leaked and referenced having relationships with other women. Apparently, D'Angelo Russell, a former teammate of Nick's with the Lakers, was behind the video. That's some FBI-level stuff, Russ. Azalea then openly announced her breakup with Nick on her Twitter. She admitted to ending the relationship with Nick after learning that he'd brought other women into their home while she was gone. And guess what? His antics had also been captured on the security footage. So what did she do? She took everything he owned out of her home and threw it on the road. With this, more information about Young's baby with his ex-girlfriend Kiana Green surfaced. Many people assumed that this was the cause of their split. At the time, they denied this was the reason. But guess what? That ended up being true, and he's with her still. Now, almost everyone's out of league when they go for a model, but Blake Griffin and Kendall Jenner? Make it make sense. First of all, why is he dating girls way younger than him? Griffin started dating reality TV star and famous model Kendall Jenner soon after splitting from Bryn Cameron. The couple attempted to keep their relationship a secret, even though it was very challenging because they were both extremely famous. It was short-lived, though, and then he was with singer Madison Beer. They were seen going out together in the summer of 2019, but it seems that they broke up very soon. Oh, and Kendall's not the only model he bagged. Griffin was also with Kate Upton once upon a time. Is he funny or something? Now, imagine dating Riri. It wasn't a dream for J.R. Smith, but it came with some baggage. Let's face it, Rihanna is the queen of almost everything, not just music. She sold more than 230 million records worldwide, receiving 8 Grammy Awards, along with so many other awards that I'd have to make a separate video to list them all. It goes without saying that if you want to be recognized as someone who dates Rihanna, you just have to accept the fact that you will never be in control. Just shut up and drive. J.R. Smith couldn't. The pair were seen holding hands and cuddling in public back in 2012. This didn't last very long because Smith is known for being an arrogant and strange player who often gets into more trouble than not. Instead, she moved on to her are they or aren't they relationship with Drake after calling him out on Instagram. Queen behavior. Now for Tony Parker and his Latina goddess. I had a hard time digesting this one. Eva Longoria? Really? While he was at it, this guy should have gone for Jennifer Lopez. What a way to shoot for the stars. Maybe he should have brought that energy to shoot in the game. I mean, Longoria is one of the most well-known names when it comes to seductive Latina goddesses, embodying strength, style, talent, and attractiveness in one tidy package. They dated, got married, and had an awful split, too. Well, the two had a wonderful union until Longoria found hundreds of texts from other women on her husband's phone. She then filed for divorce, changing her name back to her maiden name, and thank goodness had a prenup agreement. He returned to being Tony Parker, and she continued to be one of People magazine's most attractive women. Boo you, Tony! But this next one is a motivational story for all of you. Don't be too afraid to date outside of your league. It might end in marriage like it did for Kevin Love. I'm really sorry to say this, but despite the guy's reputation, he pales in contrast to this stunning and strong woman. Kevin transitioned his fame from the courts to the fashion world, where he met people like his better half, Kate Bach. But if there's anything we can take away from this, it's that just because you can sell clothes doesn't mean you know how to don them stylishly. And just because you've got some nerve, you might be lucky in love. The NBA champion forward and the Canadian model exchanged vows in a lavish ceremony with a Great Gatsby theme in June 2022. Bach and Love dated for almost 5 years before getting engaged in January 2021. And the person who set them up was a mutual photographer friend, who was also their wedding photographer. Aww. But as this video has already proven multiple times, not all out-of-league matchups get a happy ending. And Chris Webber's 6-month love story is just another example. Can you believe he dated Tyra Banks? The Tyra Banks? She was the first African-American woman to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue, a well-known model, a Victoria's Secret beauty for 8 years, and one of the highest-paid models in the world. Need I say more? You'd be lying if you said you never tuned in to witness her create the long-running reality show America's Next Top Model before she started turning her focus to the screen and acting. So how did she get with the 5-time NBA All-Star? This guy started and finished his career with the Golden State Warriors. So maybe it's about dedication. While they were dating, Banks was frequently seen seated courtside at games, and there were rumors the two were engaged. But only after 6 months of dating, those rumors naturally ended. She was no longer spotted at the games and seemed like she moved on as fast as she could. Now, for a certain famous sister with a certain taste for NBA players, yep, this is about Khloe Kardashian's second romance with yet another basketball star. I'm sure you remember how her marriage with Lamar Odom ended, and her sister's 72-day marriage to Chris Humphries. This is about her on-again, off-again relationship with Tristan Thompson. The guy has some nerve. First of all, he got a girl way out of his league. Then he keeps fumbling her, as if cheating on her multiple times wasn't enough. He even had a baby with a random hookup. It doesn't matter if Khloe's pregnant with his kids or not. The man can't be tamed. But she somehow always takes him back. According to reports, their main emphasis is on co-parenting their 2 new children, a baby boy who was born in August, and True Thompson, their 4-year-old daughter who they welcomed in 2018. If you're having difficulty keeping up with all of their drama, highs and lows, you're not alone. Apparently, the latest goss is that they're secretly engaged. Oh boy. Anyway, that's all on NBA players who dated way out of their league.